We've all been there. You meet someone charming, seemingly supportive, only to realize later it was all a performance. The truth is, people who lack genuine sincerity often rely on the same predictable scripts to maintain their image and control their relationships. They sound convincing, they look the part, but underneath, something just feels off. If you're tired of being fooled, if you're ready to stop giving your time and energy to people who don't deserve it, then this video is your masterclass in spotting the signs. We're pulling back the curtain on the subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, language of insincerity. So grab a notebook, because here are the 10 things fake people almost always say. Let's start with a classic. Number 1, I'm just so busy and stressed, I don't have the time. We hear this all the time, right? But with a fake person, it's not just a statement of fact, it's a tool. They use busyness as a shield to avoid genuine investment in you or to excuse themselves from promises they never intended to keep. They aren't just busy, they're cultivating an image of being overwhelmingly important. Their schedule is a reflection of their ego. The key is to spot the pattern. Notice if they only ever seem to find time for things that boost their social status or directly benefit their self-interest. When it comes to supporting you, suddenly their calendar is triple booked. It's not about not having time, it's about not making you a priority. True friends find time, fake ones find excuses. Next up, number 2. Honestly, I'm just telling you this for your own good. Be very, very wary of this one. This phrase is the classic cloak for delivering harsh criticism, unsolicited advice, or thinly veiled insults. They wrap their judgment in the packaging of caring to make it seem like they have your best interests at heart. In reality, they're just giving themselves permission to be condescending or critical without accountability. It's a way to put you down while positioning themselves as the wise, benevolent friend. But here's the litmus test. True support is delivered with empathy and tact. It feels constructive, not crushing. If their help leaves you feeling small, judged, or bad about yourself, trust me, it wasn't for your own good. It was for their own ego. Moving on to number 3, and this one is a masterclass in psychological projection. I'm just not a gossiper, or I hate drama. And they almost always say this while stirring the pot or right after sharing a juicy piece of gossip about someone else. They are so deeply insecure about their true nature that they loudly proclaim the very virtues they demonstrably lack. It's a preemptive defense. They want to control your perception of them by telling you who they are, hoping you'll believe the words instead of the actions right in front of you. Remember this rule. How they talk about other people to you is exactly how they will talk about you to other people. Don't fall for the self-proclaimed title. Trust the behavior, not the branding. All right, let's talk about a more manipulative tactic at number 4. I'm the only one who really understands you, or I'm the only one who really cares. This might sound deeply romantic or devoted on the surface, but it's often a subtle tactic designed to isolate you from your real support system. By positioning themselves as your sole confidant, your one true ally, they make you dependent on them. It's a possessive claim disguised as deep devotion. They want you to believe that everyone else is untrustworthy or doesn't get you, so you'll turn only to them for validation and support. Healthy, genuine relationships encourage your connections with others. They don't demand exclusivity. If someone is trying to build a wall around you, they're not protecting you. They're trapping you. Number 5 is the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card for mean people. It was just a joke. You're so sensitive. This is a classic deflection, and it's infuriating. They use it when they're caught delivering a passive-aggressive jab or a genuinely cruel comment. Instead of taking responsibility for their words, they flip the script and attack your reaction. They deny your valid emotional response, shifting the blame onto your sensitivity rather than owning their cruelty. This is gaslighting 101. They make you question your own feelings. Let's be clear. A joke is only a joke if both people are laughing. Someone who genuinely cares and accidentally hurts your feelings will apologize for the impact of their words. They won't criticize you for having feelings in the first place. At number 6, we have the backhanded compliment. It must be so great to be as successful, skinny, lucky as you. On the surface, it sounds like praise, but listen closely. This phrase is often laced with envy and serves to subtly minimize your hard work. By framing your achievements as pure luck or a superficial quality, they strip away the effort, the discipline, and the sacrifice you put in. It's a way for them to feel better about their own perceived shortcomings. Genuine appreciation recognizes the journey, the struggle, and the grind. It sounds like, wow, you worked so hard for that. You really deserve it. False praise just focuses on the shiny outcome, because acknowledging your effort would force them to acknowledge their own lack of it. This brings us to number 7, the conversation hijacker. Oh, that's nothing. I had a way worse experience. This is the classic one-upper. You share a struggle, and they immediately redirect the spotlight to their own, supposedly greater tragedy. You share a success, and they have to top it with a bigger one. These individuals suffer from a profound, deep-seated need for attention. They cannot stand for anyone else to be the focus of the conversation, even for a moment. Your life experiences are simply a cue for their monologue. True friends meet your moment with presence. They listen. They validate your feelings. Fake people just treat your moment as their cue to start their own performance. Number 8 is all about the public performance. Constant, over-the-top public flattery and name-dropping. You know the type. They post gushing paragraphs about you online, but are lukewarm in private. They loudly praise you in a group setting, making sure everyone hears. They're using their praise for you not to celebrate you, but to boost their own social standing. It's validation by association. By loudly aligning themselves with your success, they hope some of that shine rubs off on them. Sincere respect and affection are often quiet, consistent, and shown in private moments. Performance-based flattery is always loud, always public, and always has an audience in mind. At number 9, we find the masters of avoidance. They say, "No worries, I totally forgot." They say this after they ghosted your plans, ignored your text, or failed to come through on a promise. It's a soft lie. Instead of admitting they dropped the ball, got cold feet, or simply didn't prioritize you, they claim forgetfulness. It's an easy out that allows them to excuse their behavior without admitting any malice or disrespect. But here's the thing. While anyone can forget something once in a while, a pattern of forgetting isn't a sign of a bad memory. It's a sign of a low level of respect for you and your time. Their actions are telling you that you are, in fact, forgettable to them. Finally, number 10, the fair weather fan. I was totally rooting for you the whole time. They say this, of course, only after you've already succeeded. These are the people who were nowhere to be found when you were struggling, when you were in the trenches, when you needed a helping hand or a word of encouragement. They were silent, absent, or maybe even subtly discouraging. But the second you cross the finish line and the celebration begins, they magically appear, waving a flag and claiming they were your #1 supporter all along. They want credit for your victory without ever taking on any of the risk. To spot this, just do a quick mental review. Who showed up when you needed help, not just when you were giving out high fives? So there you have it. 10 phrases that are massive red flags for insincerity. But here's the most important takeaway of all. The greatest defense against fake people is not memorizing a list of phrases. It's learning to trust your gut. That uneasy feeling, that slight tension you feel when they speak, that little voice in your head saying, "Something's not right here," that's your intuition. That's your internal alarm system telling you that the words don't match the energy. Stop overanalyzing their performance and start honoring your own experience. If someone consistently makes you feel drained, judged, small, or uneasy, they are performing, and you have unwillingly become their audience. You have the power to walk away from the show. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 10 phrases have you heard the most? Let me know the one that instantly sets off your internal alarm in the comments below. Your stories help all of us feel less alone in these experiences. If this video helped you spot a red flag or gave you a moment of clarity, please hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into human behavior, and share this with a friend who might need a little clarity check in their own life. Thanks for watching, and remember to trust yourself.